Hi friends, in this session, I shall be speaking to Sevgin. Uh, she is a fabric manager from C&A and based in their Brussels headquarters. Specialized in denim fabric and sustainability with over 25 years of experience in working for VF, Levi's, and also working as a consultant in denim mills before she joined C&A in 2015. She has wide experience and contribution in denim. I want to speak her about the changes that are coming in the denim world and what is her personal perspective on the same. So, hi Sevgin.
So, hi Sandeep. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay, thank you. And thank you to add me your event. It's an honor.
Oh, thank you so much. It's my pleasure and my honor. So, you have such a wide experience in the denim industry, and we are going through such a difficult time. So, it's always good to understand from people like you, what's really happening and how it's going to affect all of us in terms of changes that are coming in the industry.
So,
So,
thank you. Thank you.
So, if I, because of your wide experience, I mean, I want to ask, particularly related to my questions are related to the direction that denim is taking. Denim has always been a big part of apparel collections. But in last few months, it has taken a hit due to the COVID. Do you think there's a revival in market, which can be seen in last 1 or 2 months?
Actually, we have been experienced globally something we never had before. It's everything is changed. Life cycle is changed. Way of everything is changed. So also in entire retail business, there are lots of changing. And before COVID, there was a business created based on the volume and large all orders and very low cost with shorter life cycle and to buy more and pay less. And when I compare it for last 10, 15 years, huge pressure in the market for margins and more than ever. So we also have been trying all together to evaluate how customer behave post-COVID situation by considering all these things what we were facing before COVID. And so it was very hot topic also your July event, which you hosted lots of textile professional as well. So
thank you for visiting that.
Yeah, actually, I don't want to repeat all because we have been talking about that for months now.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I'm almost agree with most of them, but what I would like to see, this help to turn shopless and buy better approach. So denim is a product that more you wash at home, your product gets nicer and nicer. So it's really longer life cycle, and it's timeless product. So this is authenticity of the denim. And this never fit in the low price and short life cycle approach or culture anyway. So denim to evolve through with all these changings, and we will buy less generally and look for a better quality by longer uses. So and I think implementing circularity will be a norm after post-COVID situations.
So in let's say in last 9 months, of course, first 4-5 months were quite the consumers were not buying, but now when they're buying, do you see some patterns towards higher quality? They're preferring higher quality or better products for denim.
I think what we see is kind of short reaction of the customers. They look for a more relaxing style and they would like to keep their clothing at home, as well as also move around and the same clothing. So to relaxing and feeling comfort in your jean is kind of a short reaction of that. But I do believe it's coming further in the months because it's quite still, situation is not really improved. We still face lots of things, you know, yourself in India, we are all in Europe. It's globally nothing really going, clear improvement so far.
Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, you must have also noticed that there's been change in the denim styling and composition, because of work from home, as you're mentioning. So, do you think these changes will remain permanent?
I think as I said, people want more comfort and relaxed styles. And when I look at CNA, our majority for the men denim part is jock denim. So we are selling lots of jock denim, which gives customer a lot comfort and still in jeansy look. And high stretch is also demand for the women market, which is quite important. But I think generally what customer wants, we want to keep authenticity. We want to keep that look and with high stretch and comfort. So as well a good recovery. So we want everything. So I think this would remain. Thanks to current innovation of fiber suppliers, new technologies, so we can do power stretch with very good recovery. But what we are all considering, at the end of the day, in order to reach all these levels, we are dependent on more petroleum-based fibers. So there is a conflict in there.
Yeah, there's a conflict there, and as a part of denim industry, I always feel that if the athleisure is so big, I mean athleisure trend where the sportswear and the super stretch fabrics, what they are, using for yoga wear and other things. So it's always a thought that maybe someday denim can replace, be a part, not replace maybe, but be a big part of that. So that could open a lot of channels.
Yeah, indeed.
So I don't know, but that is
a there is a good things happening also. The quick solution which we are also doing in CNA, and luckily all brands is quite keen on that. Using also polyester or spandex fibers recycle, which is a quick fix this conflict. But I also see there are lots of innovations by fiber companies. They are investing on biodegradable polyester, bio-based spandex. I think it's coming, which is a great news. So we are all closely following this fiber companies as well.
Absolutely. I think fiber probably will be a very important part of the innovation process. The whole denim supply chain has to kind of follow.
Yeah. And also, please.
No, please say.
No, this is actually for the classic denim customer, what we follow, but I also kind of watching it all, I think we do it all together. There are big younger customers, our denim market, and how they react all what's happening in the world is quite different angle. It's not as kind of 40 plus or 30 plus. And younger people are more in the upcycling, recycling, exchanging their clothes. And this is new for us, and this is new for a brand. And I think this will be also kind of source for designers to react that future. And some brands we are also watching in the market already doing something about that as well, which we need to consider.
Absolutely. For upcycling, definitely is going to be big, it looks like, in the future.
Yeah.
And what about the seasonless items? Do you think seasons will continue to be so important in the future?
I think it's important in a sense that not make fast everything again. As we said and agree, character of denim is timeless. So it's a perfect product to use long period of time, and also it's a perfect product to remake and reuse and also recycle at the end, which makes it kind of timeless. But I think the 2 seasons consideration will remain in the market per year, which also make us follow up what's going on in the market, what is the new innovation, so how we can do it better approach. I think it will be continue again, but I think we will be more focused on the simplicity and consider entire year instead of 6 months and this kind of shorter season approach.
That will make probably things a little easier for retailers like you.
Yeah, indeed.
Bigger core range is bigger, then it's easier,
But also, Sandeep, we are all coming from the technical part of that business. So to develop the real product is not 6 months. It's a year or sometimes even 2 years, I would say.
Absolutely. I mean, real innovation actually takes 1 or 2 years, and it has to continue a few years to make sense. It has to continue a few years.
Yeah, indeed.
And the most important part of all denim discussions is sustainability. So and all, in last few months we have spoken so much about it, that whether how sustainability will impacted post pandemic. So what is your view on this?
Uh, yeah, the pandemic has created lots of awareness from the people. So, I mean, all of us, all over the world, we spent more time in our houses, indoor, and we also appreciate nature a lot. So we had time to feel the nature during that time, and I think this will create more demand to do more greener, more sustainable from the customer side. So, and also customer has a purchasing power. So I think we need to really read that in a sense that we, as a brand, we are also responsible to educate customers by sharing all with the simple and the clear ways what we are offering them. So in terms of sustainability, this will also kind of guide the customers' purchasing power in a right direction. So this is one part of it. And from brand side, it means quite wider. So it's social, it's environmental, also circularity, and an economic part of it. So, I mean, all these are as important. And we all know by now that we can make change, which we have been trying to do. And also whatever we design with that sense, we know that next one can be better.
So already your C2C certified jeans were very popular, I think, where they were quite a successful program.
Yeah, I mean, indeed, regardless of the pandemic situation, when I see all great initiatives all denim brands is doing, still our CNA C2C certified jean is one of the widest available approach for circular fashion so far, and circular design sense as well. It's a good example of a new way of thinking, actually, when we call some product in circular, especially sustainable, especially in the denim area, because it was a kind of collaboration. So it's created by collaboration from each party, by fiber, the fabric, the trim, chemical manufacturing, washing. It's really the right approach. And in CNA, we are lucky because we are really strong, very good technical background, sustainability team. So I was too much involved the fabric side of it to develop the fabric. But the sustainability team kind of helped us because in the organization, we have a great finishing expert, so great development and designing expert. And our sustainability team put all of us together in a guide the right direction. And so it's a kind of dream comes true after the collaboration of the right suppliers and all the right experts in the market as well.
Absolutely. And what about the fibers? Do you think hemp fibers like hemp are becoming more going to be much more popular for denim?
I mean, I wouldn't say popularity. It's more kind of solution maybe. Because I mean, for C2C, we use organic cotton, which is great. So as a brand, we are responsible to source our cottons from ethical sources. So this is one thing. And cotton is great values. It's a great fiber. It's a denim fiber. So all over the denim. And it's impossible to avoid. But for instance, C2C, we use the water saving dyeing techniques and washing techniques, all this, and we save most of the water during the production, but we cannot avoid, cotton needs lots of water to grow.
Too much.
So, yeah. And by also thinking millions of people are suffering because they cannot have the clean water, they cannot have source of clean water. So in that sense, cotton is very valuable. It's really value in the people's life. And hemp is a good solution. But to replace the cotton, this is maybe future. But to keep cotton as it is, use and dispose after the product should not be lasted forever. And in that sense, I think hemp will be quite important. But also our solution for that, we try to use recycled cotton as much, mixed with hemp also. So you see, whatever we touch, there are some inflicts to also consider and try to find a solution. That's why hemp is a good solution. This cotton impact on the people's life.
Absolutely, and recycled cotton also is a good option to, because you're not going that amount of cotton for
Yeah.
it saves the water for cultivation and all the environmental impacts of that. So, but yes, over a period of time, I believe it's of course cotton is irreplaceable. You cannot replace cotton, but yes, maybe over a period of time we can have a good percentage of other fibers being used in denim. So,
Yeah.
do you think that's how we can see the future?
I think in future also, we still want authenticity, which and also long-lasting jeans. And so far, to use recycled cotton fiber is making your fabric quality a bit lower. But there are some solutions. So what we are now facing almost that your recycled cotton is as good as your new cotton. And the percentage of the recycled cotton, thanks to technologies and everything, getting increase and increase. So which is a good news. We just need to put kind of culture not to waste that cotton at all in all the aspect. So of course, I believe hemp is quite important, but also man fiber recycling, man-made fiber recycling is quite important. It's in the
PT
picture in that
bottles,
sense.
like
Yeah,
PT bottles
yeah,
also,
yeah.
of course.
And also, to recycle your cotton product to the fiber, you lose half of it. But if you also melted your entire cotton from to make kind of recycle viscose, you use all of them. So,
Absolutely.
but these things are also, I think, considered by our fiber suppliers in the market. Lots of things happening in that. I mean, these are all needs to replace, to be using new cotton by keeping our authentic look in the denim as well.
And what about the post-consumer waste to be used in the denim? Do you think that is also going to be more important than what it is now?
I think it's, I mean, from our side, what I think personally is pre-consumer, post-consumer, all cotton recycling is important. Of course, there is a great marketing story when you do post-consumer recycled cotton, but pre-consumer is as much important as that. So, as we said, because of this water impact, we shouldn't throw away any of the cotton we are using. And it's in the queue during the production or after usage. So it should be a culture. I mean, I'm sure it's the same in India. In Europe, we all kind of collecting our plastics, and it's also pushed by governments to recycling kind of all the bottles and all plastic-based things. I think we should do that for our clothing as well.
Yeah.
In one sense, and in the industry, we also have to use all our industrial vestige of cotton as well. So
Yeah, waste recycling is the answer, for most of our problems what you're facing in the environment today.
Yeah, indeed, indeed.
And finally, how do you see 2021? Do you see a very bright 2021 for the
I mean,
industry?
we have to keep our hope, and people really kind of valuing what we are doing all together in the industry. I'm quite optimistic about that because, I mean, we are facing something all together. So it's also give us kind of sense that all important to all together, and how important to also protect our environment, and also look at the future in a way that we have something to protect for our future, for our kids as well.
Yeah,
so in order to speaking those things in the industry, make me really optimistic, because we haven't really spoken that for all senses. And I think it's, I see 2021 very challenging for all of us, not only denim industry or retail or textile industry. It's all over globally, but we should keep our hope.
yeah, that's the best way. And we really hope that we'll be going post-pandemic next year. We should see a great revival in the industry, in all the industries. In fact, not only denim, but in fact, we can look at revival in most of the industries.
Yeah.
So I thank you, Sevgin, for joining me for a wonderful talk and sharing your views.
Yeah, thank you very much having me.
It was great to have you with us, and I hope you will enjoy the virtual show. Uh, and we would like to have your feedback on that soon.
Okay, thank you very much. And
Thank you.
good luck for the rest. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Baba.